Hey everybody, Wendy Pinnell here, broker with On Track Realty. So you're under contract, you're getting ready to buy your house, and you're like, hey, you're telling me inspection, you're talking about option period, you're talking to me about appraiser, you're talking about, a financial contingency. Wendy, what does all that mean? All right, guys, so let's kind of cover that, okay? In Texas, it's common to have, like during the first 7 to 10 days, a period known as the option period, okay? And during the option period, you can opt out of the contract for any reason. You don't even need to give a reason, okay? During that time period, you're usually going to have an inspector come out and inspect the house, okay? He's going to give you a real detailed 30-page report for you to read over, and man, it's just going to be so much detail, and you're going to be like, why did I not see this? And then you're going to decide whether you still want the house. Okay, the inspection is for you. Okay, nobody else is going to see that. The lender's not going to see it. It's all about for you. Okay, and at that point, you look at it and you think, well, do I want this house? Maybe I still want this house, but I want some repairs done. Okay, guys, during the option period, the seller is kind of expecting that. Okay, the seller's kind of like, yeah, they're probably kind of come in and ask me questions. And you come in and you say, well, listen, Mr. Seller, will you fix this, this, and this? And the seller's not thrilled, but he does want to sell his house. So a lot of times you'll get some kind of agreement in there. Okay, so then you decide, you know what? I had the inspection done. I'm happy with the repairs that are going to be completed. I'm moving forward. Okay, so once you get out of that option period, which your option period is a contingency period, meaning, okay, you can opt out for any time. Now you're going into your third-party financing contingency. So what does that mean? Well, it's another layer of protection you have built into the contract. During the option period, you can get out for any reason, okay? During the third-party financing contingency, okay, you can get out if your financing doesn't come through. And the seller knows this, the seller agreed to it. Basically, you said the house has to appraise for this much, and the lender has to approve the house, okay? Guys, whereas the inspection was for you as the buyer, the appraisal is for the lender. In fact, don't even think you can order your own appraiser because that's not happening. The lender is going to pick their appraiser, okay? So what does the lender want to know? Well, they want to know, how much is this house worth, and does it need any major repairs? So it's kind of like coming into another inspection, but not quite as detailed. The appraiser is more thinking of value, and he's going to look at some conditions, but not quite to the level that the inspector did. Okay. Now, what comes back what do you do if the lender comes back and says you need to fix this, this, and this, or the house isn't worth as much? Well, first of all, the seller is not going to be happy to hear from you, okay? They've already worked with you through the option period and your inspector, and they've already begrudgingly given up repairs. They're not going to be happy to hear that the lender is also requiring repairs, okay? That's that second period, but the seller probably still wants to sell, okay? But again, negotiations start. So what might you commonly see during this contingency period? Well, the stakes are higher, okay? So they might say, hey, the house has to have a whole new roof. Or they might say, hey, you're going to have to do foundation repair, okay? Things can get kind of tense in this part of the game when you're talking about the appraisal and repairs, and the sellers are not going to be happy. You need a good realtor, okay, to work you through that process, because you've already spent money on the inspection and you've already spent money on the appraisal, so you really want the sale to go through. So take my word for it. Get you a good realtor, guys, as you work through the buying process. It's super fun. You're absolutely going to love getting a new house, but this part of it can be challenging. All right, I'll talk to you guys again soon.